They cannot touch you while you're on this ladder, by the way. But they can surround you really quickly. I would say that the save stating is kind of cheating, but the save system in this game allows you to save at any point in time. So, it's pretty much exactly the same as, Thank you very much, Rin. Thank you very much for the cheer. But the, save system is pretty much like save stating. Just the way it works. So we go over here. Open that up. And now, I mean, technically we probably could, you know, jump down in the pit and not have to worry about it. But I really don't want to come all the way back here. Even though you could argue it would take me more, it's going to take me more time to fight my way back through here. Yeah, you get an invisibility cloak to start the chapter. That's kind of your special talent for this, for this. Yeah, we steal Genji's helmet. We are wearing his tabi, and I don't think we have his armor yet. You could argue that it may take more time than just... Ah, dang it. There we go. Those are trap enemies that just grab you and chunk you in the pit. That's all they are. So. We no longer have just a top knot to defend ourselves. We have his tabi. I like Overwatch. I'm just not a Genji fan. Okay, let's see if I can remember how to get back to where we just were. So I believe... Yeah, am I right before all the traps I'm gonna have to fight? I think I am. Yeah. Yeah, we can go this way. And yeah, we were in China and using Kung Fu, and yes, we are using ninjutsu in Japan. The chapter after this is in the Old West, where we are using gun. And so now, we have a room with a bunch of basically paired up statues that when we try to get by, will attack us. Each of these statues is not a threat at this point in time because I am so ridiculously overpowered. But I get all the way over here, and the easy way to do this is just to defeat the Trap Master himself and end it. But if we actually take some time and pick off more than a few of these enemies, if at all possible. Actually, I don't think they pierce. That's only going to go through one. I think Chill Wind will go through them all. Unfortunately, does not do what I was hoping. That does, however. If you can kill off the traps, which, believe me, is preferable at this point, you have a chance for them. Every single one of these has a chance to drop a item for you. I think it's just basic healing items, but still. And then we take out the final dude. But we could have taken him out first and just killed off all the traps immediately. Eh, nobody dropped anything. Cheapskates. And then there's this one. So, we are completely surrounded by traps. However, we're going to get poisoned because it's almost impossible to act without getting poisoned there. Thankfully, it's not as debilitating as it could be. And we have this Bronze Leaf attack, which does massive freaking damage. Yeah, you poisoned me very good. Here's a cookie. And by cookie, I mean death. Did you get out of the way? You did not. And we get a Fujin Scroll. Not the greatest thing in the world, but, you know, useful. Now, we can try to fight our way through these things. But the problem is, you're not going to be able to kill the water things before you kill the thing that actually ends them all. And this one is kind of ridiculously easy. They are immune to anything but physical damage, and we just happen to have a talent that swings all around us. So these are easy enough. I mean, I can try to hurt the water statues here. But when I played this earlier, I couldn't get anything to actually register damage on them. Oh, that finally did. What do you know? something actually did hurt them. And now we have Genji's armor. We have completely stripped the dude bare of everything. Now we have naked Genji. I'm sure there's many pieces of fan art for that. Let's go ahead and kill off the rest of these. You missed. You suck. Aww. I said kill them. No, the Trap Master is not human. If they made him human, you literally could not win this without. You can't win the scenario without beating them. So they could not be human to allow you to actually finish the chapter. So now that everything has been cleared out, we can go down here. And if we want to go back up, the ladder gets pulled away, meaning we're kind of stuck in this. We're kind of stuck with our path here, which means it's probably a pretty good time to save. Huh, a tea set with a conveniently placed cushion next to it. I'm not going to touch that. You must be very tired. I was just about to have some tea. Please join me. Have a seat. Uh-huh. You can have your tea. Please just take a seat on the cushion and relax. So if we were stupid, we do this. Poof. And it dumps us right back in the exact same place. Every pit leads to the same goddamn place. So let's not do that. So he's in a hurry. To shoot! How did you know that it was a trap? He hits a switch. I've turned the trap off. It's safe. I've been good to you. And, no, basically, to continue on, no, we do not trust him in the slightest. And this is the actual trap master, the one that designed all the traps we've been going around, and all the little mechanical gadgets too, including his robot body, which means he's not human. So, he has all those little electrodes, and normally, the thing is, you have to beat his electrodes before you can beat him, or else you're going to miss out on an item drop, which we want. And normally, this guy is really kind of a pushover anyway. He's not that strong. Notice, he's basically a clockwork person. He's a robot. So, and all these little things are basically copies of his face and such. But there's an item drop we have to get off this guy if we want to finish the 0-kill run. There's an item drop, we have to get him. Yeah, who built him? I don't know. I don't know. It's kind of like the same question, who created God? Only for traps. It's nothing like that. But to get the item drop, you have to kill all the little traps here before you touch him. Which means we're going to get people attempting to Zod us here with electric discharge. Luckily, at our level, they are not a problem. Normally, you'd have to run up to the top of the screen and just start throwing shuriken at them until they died. Shurikens. Shriekens, however you actually pronounce that word. And he's going to throw electric discharge at us and do significant damage. But in general, he is kind of a pushover, because you can get right up next to him. He just kind of has this weak little attack he uses, which your normal way of fighting him would involve. You have to get to the side of him, I know, but you just kind of pummel him. And he's not that difficult, and he did drop the Zenmai, which we need. And his clockwork body is now just going to explode in our face. Luckily, do us no damage whatsoever. And now, all the traps are gone. Yeah, we just raised the cloak and became intangible. Up here is nothing of consequence for right now, because we don't have, I don't believe we have enough. No, probably not. We do not. We do not have enough things, but our ladder's back down. I just need to check and see what we have. Yeah, we need 2 more money before we can do the thing we need to do. At the very least, 2 more money. All the traps are gone. I mean, we did blow them all up. But if we hadn't blown them up, they would all be gone now. So, you know. But now, we do actually need to go down to the basement. Now that we've done all that, we need to go down the pit. Notice that the fake Ryoma is gone. key. No, the fake Ryoma is gone. So now that we are down here, and we have opened a significant number of chests, real Ryoma is gone too. Real Ryoma freaking escaped. We need to open that chest. And then we need to open that cell. Yeah, we need to save the dude next door. Go Moon. Go on, man. Note that if you try to speed through text, you will accidentally hit kill. And he says he will repay us someday. So someday starts out right about now. As you notice, that treasure chest is closed again. Money. With a something scratched into the side. Goemon was here. Goemon. Goemon. So yeah. Basically, you release this dude and all the treasure chests you've opened get refilled. It's kind of neat. So anyway, he's kind of a stoner, yeah. So no, we've already been through here, but now we are supposed to be about here. Now we are actually supposed to be in this section. We've already grabbed that thing. We get a scroll. We don't want to hang around, or else this woman will summon guards on us. Definitely not a good idea to stick around there too long, anyway. And now, instead of leaving this place through the front door, we are gonna kind of notice that there are still 4 guards here, just kind of wandering around. I think what I need to do is go back to that one place. I think I can run from you, though. Is it the right one or that one? I think it's one on the far right. I believe this is correct. So, dude is there. And he is a password dude. And as long as we get it right, we get to go in here. We get to see that dude still freaking out. And we get another coin telling us he was here again. Yeah, just an attack. Bird lime. Okay, so I think that is trapped. Yeah, useless to go in there. However, that guy kind of looks like one of the things we were trying to dodge, doesn't it? It doesn't want to stick around. And in truth, there used to be a trap on this cushion, but it's kind of gone now. Okay, let's see. That one, where is it? Here we go. No, it's upstairs. I need to go upstairs from here. Okay, this room. The one I said, oh hell no, we don't want to go through here. Because trying to pass under these beforehand led to traps that were basically crushing traps, which I did not want to mess with. Also, holes in the floor that just kind of scattered around. They're here now, but if you come through here before you defeat the Trap Master, you're going to run into a whole lot of floors dropping out from under you for no reason whatsoever other than the game laughs at you for it. But there are items. And again, we have to be careful not to fall down the pit. Because we've already been to the basement a few times. And I believe... Yeah. This one? And we get a second Genji's helm, which will come in useful later. And another grappling hook. If we want them, which we do. Does I want to be, I think, yeah. We want to go because we get another Genji armor. I think I actually do have an upgrade here. Yep. Oh. No. Just copies of everything? Okay. And now we're back in this room where we fought the Trap Master. I believe the pillow is still trapped there. However, with all of our extra money, and yeah, that cushion also trapped, there's this little slot where we need to put 3 coins in. And we hear something rattle around. Huh. That door's closed. However, that thing's standing there. And has a small hole in it. Now, remember how I said we had to get the Zenmai off of the Trapmaster earlier? This is where you use it. And it is absolutely essential that you get this if you're doing a no-kill run. I know it doesn't seem like much, but that is Orobo. And, it's basically kitten to us at this point. Doesn't matter what level you come here, just about 1 or 2 attacks will finish it off. He made a robot version of us, yes. And whatever you do, do not walk on the spot he's standing on, because it will cause you to fall. Orobo here is a robot clone of Oboro, and there are 2 ways to break it. 1, fall into a pit. You fall into a pit, it breaks him, and suddenly your zero kill run is doomed. 2, if you go swimming, he only has a limited amount of space he can swim before he short circuits and dies horribly. So now we have saved. So if I'd walked straight up, I would have walked onto a pit, fallen, and killed off Orobo there. We really don't want to do that. And now it's going to follow us. We don't want to step on the pillow for the same reason. But now to get everything back the way it is, we need to plunk another coin back in the hole. And then we can just kind of go through there. Okay. So, going up from here is basically the way to the end of the chapter. However, now that we have this thing in our party, and we don't want to go this way either. That would not be good. Thank you very much. So if we want to have a shot at getting the second alternate boss, the second optional boss, where we're gonna have to do some backtracking. I think that's the wrong way. So now we need to run. I need to hold down the Y button so we can try to get to that top corner. I think if you actually want to cheer, you've got to put an exclamation point in front of it. But you do not have to cheer. I will not require a cheer. Huh. I do not know then. I don't remember how to get out of here. And now notice that all these have stopped moving, which allows us to go around and get all the treasure chests again. Thankfully, we had a spare cloak of invisibility to hand to a robo there. Okay, something else about a robo. A robo does not like mice. And if you hit a mouse, he goes kind of berserk. And he attacks you. Which, the thing is, you can fight him as many times as you want. But, you can't break him. Not this way. So that doesn't break him. But every time a mouse squeaks, he gonna do this. Which is really freaking annoying. And yes, the mice will kind of home in on you too. So, notice a robo is level 2. We need robo up. We need a robo up a few levels. And unfortunately, you notice he has some decent stats there. Just based on, he basically has our stats. If you, not quite our stats, but he's got some decent stats there. He just has like no hit points. We need to get him we need to get him some hit points, which means he needs some levels. Also, another mouse. Back down there. be neat to get an updated and remastered Nintendo. Don't think it'll ever happen, but it would be neat. So we will not have to spend the literal hours and hours that I did to get him up to level 23. So we get, if we needed it, we had more money and we had another Tabi. So, just for the moment, let's actually give him some stat boosts here. But he has, like, none of our abilities at this point. So we're going to have to do some fighting, sadly. Unfortunately, I did not have enough time to make a to do this in practice. So I do not have a save state. So I'm only going to get him up to... I'm only going to get him up a little ways. Just long enough so he can survive a little bit. I wondered if that would work. It does not. So he gets to level 3, and he gets his flame arts. So, what I need to do is spend, well, a few minutes, at the very least, getting a robo up. Thank you very, very much. I honestly do appreciate that a whole lot. I mean, I really don't expect people to give me money or cheers or anything like that. I honestly just hope you're entertained. And sadly, on the entertainment front, what I'm about to do is about as unentertaining as it's gonna get. So, okay. thankfully, through the magic of emulation, we have speed up functions. So, I'm going to do a thing here. I'm going to do a thing. And, I'm not going to make anyone watch it. Well, they are going to watch. I mean, I'm going to keep the screen up. But, I'm not going to make anyone sit there and suffer unnecessarily. I want to turn the music back on, turn off my mic, and, if somebody really wants to put the Benny Hill theme on repeat a whole lot, that will probably be very good, but I'm going to speed this up. I'm going to do about as fast grinding as I can, because it honestly doesn't take too long if you do it quickly. So, yeah. Give me just 1 second. I'm going to get set up, and we are going to do the thing. And thankfully, I'm able to do that with this. But I will be back in a moment. I'll be back once I've got enough levels on Orobo here to stand a chance against the toughest boss of the chapter. So yeah, give me a few to set things up. Music's going to come on, and we're going to see a very fast screen happening here.